Hello. I forgot. I should just check my sound real quick. Make sure my microphone has not been lowered artificially. It had been. All right, that should be better. All right, sorry about that. Um, yeah, got another beer review to do. This is one I'm pretty sure this has been in the Garrison lineup for a couple years now, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I think I've seen it a couple times. Uh, One of their seasonals. This is their Hefeweizen, unfiltered Bavarian wheat. I assume they use some sort of German yeast strain in this, and they say unfiltered Bavarian wheat. So, is it Bavarian style, or are they actually using like Bavarian wheat of some sort? I do not know. I would suspect it's probably Bavarian wheat in style, um, but who knows? Barley, wheat, and the may contain, kind of thing. It says on the UPC, what the hef? Can't really see that. Camera shit. Um, an award-winning Weiss beer that's hazy mit hef yeast, which is what Hefeweizen is. The Hefe means in Hefeweizen. So it's totally refreshing. Enjoy at your favorite beer garten. Prost. Okay. Let's just see if there's anything else on the Garrison website about this first. So let's just see here. Maybe at the very least they'll tell us format and when it comes out or whatever. So that's their core stuff in season. All right, the Hefeweizen is seasonal. I suspected as much. Ugh, why can I not? I think these are designed for phones and mobile devices, if I'm to guess. Oh, I know what I can maybe do. That may let me open in a. No, it won't. Ugh. All right. So I don't need any. Okay, so they use 2-row pale and wheat for the malt. Cascade for the hops, I guess. 13 IBU, and that's about all I can see because I can't scroll down and I don't see a way to do that. That's unfortunate. Is there a way to get rid of this shit down here? No. So their website just doesn't work for PCs as well. Okay, whatever. At least we confirmed it's a seasonal, which I suspected as much. So, what are we expecting with this? Not a lot, honestly. It's one of those styles that, honestly, it's hard to have a lot of variation in. I mean, there's slight variations in how this is kind of done. You get the crystal Weizens, which are the filtered versions of these, which generally kill a lot of your flavor, but they make a very like clear, beautiful beer at the same time. Or you get your Dunkelweizens, which are the darker versions of these, which darker malt, of course, and usually you can get some different notes in there, maybe some chocolatey notes, maybe some caramel, something like along those lines. But generally, you're expecting like banana and clove. Those are your two big flavors you're going to get from the German yeast that is used typically in these. And you'll usually get like a creamy mouthfeel, maybe a bit of body to it. And it's definitely going to be unfiltered because it's a Hefeweizen. So, and you might, in general, you get kind of like maybe a musty kind of wheat taste in the background with the malt. But we'll see. Essentially, like, if they don't fuck those core things up, it's like a 10 out of 10. It's not a beer where it's like, oh, here's a world-class version of this compared to just a good version. Usually it's not a big gap there, I feel. I could be totally wrong. Could be another one of those things where I have to go to Germany and I have to go to Frank Schnutzeldort and have their finest wheat beer that's been brewed there for 800 years. If I do that, then I'll taste nectar of the gods. But, you know, that's probably never going to happen. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely unfiltered. It's a lot more pale than it looks on the actual camera, of course. But it is, you know, it's pale, but there's like an amberish kind of hue a little bit, but it's mostly pale straw in color. The head is not super big. Sometimes you'll get very aggressive heads with these. Let's go right to the aroma. It looks the part. It looks like a Hefeweizen. So we're already on a good start here. Oh, yeah. Mm. It's classic. It's the classic notes you want from this style of beer. You got a nice banana thing coming up here, and I'm saying that even as a person who does not like bananas on their own, nor do I like bananas in much of anything, but that banana flavor in the beer works because it is cut with the cloves, which makes for a very good pairing. And then there's just a little underlying kind of bubblegummy kind of thing as well, like the bubblegum you'd get out of trading card packs. I don't even know if they do that anymore. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had bubblegum, so I don't know what to tell you there. But yeah, it's there's a little note of that as well underlying it. So go to the taste. The taste should be pretty much spot on reflective of the nose generally with the Hefeweizen. So we'll see how it handles. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Drink's very good. Hef. You mean Hefden. Yes, there we go. You said hedge first or higgy. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Western Canadian reviewer. Also reviews alcoholic things and other stuff. Should be checking them out if you're not checking them out. So there's a good banana here. And Dan says he found the Garrison red in a store. Oh, that's a pretty good red. It's one of my favorites. That's like, as far as Garrison goes, that was like one of their very first beers was their red. That was like a core brew with them. So it's probably the oldest, might be the oldest beer they've been making. So banana's there. It's not overly sweet. It's kind of how would I describe it? Just like banana that's a little less sweet. It's kind of what it is. The clove is there. Clove is not as big as I would have liked from this, but I'm not complaining or anything. It's just a nitpick. The clove is there, and then around the edges, a little bit of that. Again, excuse me, bubble gum from the old wax packs of trading cards. So those are your general flavors. It ends pretty clean, little dry, no real hop presence or anything like that. Just kind of musty, a little bit of bitterness, mostly from the cloves. Honestly, it's that clove kind of character that really kind of adds any sort of bitterness to it. Let me just reiterate, I said from the cloves. I'm not actually saying there's cloves in it. I'm just saying it's a clove flavor, and that's sort of giving your primary bitterness at the end there where it dries out a little bit. Comes down smooth, pretty light bodied, pretty smoothy, silky textured. Again, generally a characteristic of the Hefeweizen. A little bit of wheat mustiness, not a lot. It's really good. It's a really good version of a Hef. Style-wise, I'd probably sit this at like an 8.5. You don't really have very far to go to get any better than this. Honestly, it's pretty much nailing the style, pretty much 100%. And my own personal preference, I like a good Hef. This is a good Hef. I'd throw a 7 at it. I will buy again at some point. Maybe wait until next year when it comes out again. But yeah, really good Hefeweizen. So if you are into those sort of beers, Garrison's Hefeweizen, 8.5 for style, 7 for personal preference. Really decent stuff. And I will be back in a few moments with one more beer I have to review tonight. And then later on, I'm going to be on Nick Maxwell Star's beer reviews for BA 101. And we're going to be doing a special show. So you should check that out. You'll probably see this review later and then check the replay at Maxwell Stars for the special edition of BA 101 where we pay tribute to our fair lady Lee. So that'll be fun. And Dan says, I might have to see if it makes its way here. Yeah, hopefully. It's a seasonal, so sometimes that'd be a harder thing to have happen, but who knows? All right, thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have one other beer to do tonight for my channel. And yeah, I'll be back in a few. Cheers.